Okay, today we're going to talk about independent and dependent variables. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the scientific method and we talked about making hypotheses and predictions so that we can measure them and get results through an experiment. So today we're going to talk about things that we can change during an experiment, like independent and dependent variables. Okay, so the basic thing that you need to remember is the independent variable is what you control. You control the independent variable, okay? And at the beginning of the experiment, you can change your independent variable. Your dependent variable is what you measure, okay? You measure the dependent variable at the end of your experiment. So, Linson, which variable do you control? Do you have control over?
The independent variable.
Good. And Brent, which variable do you measure at the end of the experiment?
The dependent variable.
Good. We have a song that is going to help us. Yeah, Hollis.
What's a variable?
A variable is anything that you can change during the experiment, and we'll get to that in a second. So let's do the song. Okay? It's the tune of Old MacDonald. Alright? It goes like this. Independent is control to find out what you want. Dependent is the result we measure at the end. Okay? So, y'all try that with me. Independent is control to find out what you want. Dependent is the result we measure at the end. Good. Okay, let's do it one more time. Independent is control to find out what you want. Dependent is the result we measure at the end. Okay, good job. Okay, now let's do an example. Okay, so a variable could be any part of the experiment. Like it could be the size of the pot. I'm going to do an experiment on the effect that water has on plants, okay? So we're going to see what putting more water or less water does to how high a plant can grow, okay? So we want to keep most of our variables the same. Like a variable could be the size of the pot you put it in. So we're going to keep, we're going to put them in the same size pots. It could be the amount of sunshine they get. So we're going to make sure they get the same amount of sunshine. And then, what could our independent variable be? What are we going to change about what we do to these plants? Does anyone know? Linson?
You can change the amount of water that you put in.
Good. So let's say for this one we're going to put 1 cup of water in. And this one we can put 2 cups in. Okay? This is our what variable? Brent, you have it said.
The independent variable?
Good, because it's what?
Because it is controlled.
Right, it's what we control. It's what we have control over at the beginning of the experiment. So we're going to pour the water in, and then let's say this plant grows 1 foot and this plant grows 2 feet. Mary Henley, hey guys, can you all pay attention up here?
Sorry.
Mary Henley, what is our dependent variable? What are we measuring in this experiment?
Would it be the pot?
Okay, no, because the pot isn't going to change at all, right? We need something we can measure, that we can compare in this, okay?
Okay.
So what can you compare about these 2 plants?
Because we're pouring water in, the plant's growing, so we're measuring the height of the
Dependent variable.
The size of the plant?
Good, that's it. Linson, what's another variable that we control that's not independent or dependent?
Another variable that we control is the type of pot.
Good, right. And Brent, what is our independent variable?
The amount of water in both of the pots.
Right, because that's what we
Control.
good. And that's all we have for today.